Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial, and we're gonna make some mushrooms, popping mushrooms. So if you look on the screen, you see this mushroom guy running around and popping up these mushrooms. And they're actually called flugsvamp in Swedish. And if you eat them, you can get high. And you can also die if you eat them, so I don't recommend eating them. But we're going to focus on the VFX here. So we're going to make the mushroom in Houdini, and then we're going to make the mushroom grow. So each particle is a mushroom, and whenever the human gets, well, the mushroom man gets close enough to this mushroom, it grows up like a big one. And then it's like a little bit movement, so you can see, just to make them a little bit more interesting, we're going to add some movement to them. And yeah. So we're gonna make the mushroom in the first tutorial, so let's get started. And I guess it's gonna be 2 or 3 tutorials maybe. So let's start in an empty scene, as I always do. And then, so here, this is my working folder, and I'm gonna save the Houdini file in here. So now you see, I have the Houdini file here. Perfect. So then when I save the mesh, it's going to save up here. So we're going to make a geometry node. And first off, we're just going to make a sphere. And let's see. So let's see. I'm going to have it like this. Yeah, this is cool. This is going to be the top. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this clip node. Now you see we're kind of clipping it, but we're going to do it in the up direction instead, like this. And then you see we have a big hole, but then we just do this fill polygon along clipping plane. Now we have it solid. So the next thing, we're going to make a poly bevel, and we're going to use the poly bevel to bevel the edges here. So yeah, this is good, kind of. And we're gonna have 2 divisions. Now it's pretty nice. But we do a little bit more bevel than we need to. We don't need to bevel up here. So we can use the exclusion, ignore flat, and then we just do like this. So then we find the sweet spot. And this is good enough for us. And then, well, we just do a color. So we have a color, and I'm gonna have this red here, and then you see this here. If you press C, you can see here, you get this color thing, so we can color the node, so it's easy to know what's going on. So this is lovely. Now we have the base, and then we're just gonna make another one here. And the reason I have this one again is because if we reference this one, and then I'm gonna drag it up. So you see I'm actually clipping it a little bit extra. The reason is because I'm gonna scatter points, because it's gonna be where the dots are. And now if you see here, we have a problem that it's solid, so we scatter points underneath too. So I'm gonna remove this one. And now we only scatter points on the surface. And why this is really good is because we do just fewer ones, and we do this copy point to points. And then we just have a sphere here. And then we can just do a merge down here. And we're going to have a color here too. And we're going to change a little bit stuff, but the color, I'm going to have like this white yellowish. I find that cool, good enough. So if we look at this one, it's stuff going on. So if we take the spheres, we copy on the points and just lower the size, we get much better result. But I want them a little bit more flat. So what I'm going to do on the Z direction, a little bit smaller. So now you see they are in Z direction, much smaller, like a coin-ish. So now we're going to have the Z direction that is forward. So this one, see here, you have the blue arrow here. That's the forward. So we want the forward to be scattered along on this one. And it's pretty easy. The only thing we need is to add a normal. And this one on the points doesn't have any normals. So we just add a normal node. And now we have, if we change this to vertices, from vertices to points, and verify it, now you see here we have the normals. Perfect. So now if we look here, we have the dots where we want them. And I'm actually going to change the resolution on this one to be polygon. And then I'm just going to move this Z direction, because you can move it like this. And the reason it moves like this is because it's moving in the Z direction here. So, yeah. So, well, of course, that's way too much. I just want it to be a little bit. And, yeah. Oh my gosh. Come on. No, I think it's too much. I need to... Yeah, I'm going to leave it like this. This is good enough. And then the last thing I want to do, I just want to change the size on it. And what I mean is I want to change this P scale, the scale on each point. And we can just have a attribute randomize. And if we put it here, and what we can do is to change attribute name to P scale. And then we just have one dimension, so it's going to be 0 and 1. So if we look now, they are tiny and big. So here you can define the minimum size to it, and here you can define the biggest size. But I'm going to leave it like this, and then just crank up the scatter amount a little bit more. So I think I'm going to call it today like this. And here you see the reason why I clipped it. So this plane here, I'm just going to higher it a little bit more. So yeah, cool, right? So here is the half mushroom, the last part. We're going to just have the bottom here. And I'm going to use this one. And then if we have a soft transform, and so why is it red? This is very strange. Okay, yeah, and the reason is because we need to select. Now everything is selected. So if we do anything here, everything moves. Because if you don't select anything, everything is selected. So we're going to just pick the top part like this. Now it makes sense with the colors, right? So now if we move up, you see, you can decide here how much fall off you want. And yeah, this is going to be good enough. And we're going to have it here. I'm just going to move it like this. I want it more organized. And this one, I'm actually going to color this one and copy it here. So now you see we have it like, yeah, it looks weird. But if we change this size a little bit, and then just take it down a little bit. And then this one, I'm just going to make sure we not overdo it. Preference, you know, yeah, this is going to be good enough. And what I also want to do now, it's we're done with the mushroom. So if we look where the mushroom is, you can see it's standing on the ground. Well, it's actually not standing on the ground, but that's what I want to do. So we just make a transform here, and then we just alter the position. So this is going to be where we scatter everything. So this is going to be good enough. And yeah, and also we're going to have a transform more. and this one. So, well, this one we don't need anymore. So, but this one we actually gonna do it in forward direction. And the reason is because you see the blue arrow here. This is the forward direction. And why this is important is because when we scatter stuff in Unity, it will scatter. The normal direction will be the forward. So the normal, well, we often use it as upwards. So that's why what is upwards is going to be this direction in Houdini. So we have that sorted out, so that's good. And then I want this Wrangler primitive, because I also want to do the mesh name. To just make sure inside Unity we have the mesh. And if we do S at, let's see, come on, name is let's see, mushroom mesh. And now if you look at the primitives, we have mushroom mesh, so we can find the mesh name in Unity if we want, organized and stuff, right? So this one is here. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. And last thing, we just need to compensate for the difference in Unity and Houdini. And everything that's going to go inside Unity needs to be 100 times more. So we compensate the scale. Then we just have a ROP VFX. And this one going to be the mushroom. And because if I have a hip here, it's going to save next to our hip file. So now if we save it, and in here, mushroom, and here we have it, a gorgeous mushroom. And I'm just gonna add a material so we know it's working, and here we have it. So nice, the most beautiful mushroom, flugsvamp I ever made. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and I guess we are done in Houdini, and we are gonna start working with the VFX setup in the next tutorial. So thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next tutorial. And if you want to check it out, I'm just gonna clean it up here so everything looks a little bit more nice. Coolers. All right, thank you so much.